I think Paddington's, you know, it's a little bit like one of those well-to-do suburbs in England. You've got really nice houses, you've got the art galleries, you've got little hubs that you need to find. Like Paddington's all about walking and finding these hubs. Like we got great restaurants like Lucio's, Games, obviously you got Four in Hand. You've got about 6-7 pubs, but they're all like quality. I think Paddington's all about quality, and I think that's what we're trying to do as well. Cooking-wise, how I got started, my parents were great cooks. My mother was a great cook, my father, and I think everything revolved in our house around food. And I was saying with love, not like something just to feed you. So that's where I associated food with, was love. And later on from that, I went to college and went to work for some really good chefs and got my ass kicked. Four in Hand's been an institution, yeah, for a long time. I think at one stage you could buy anything you want here. In the early days, you could buy stolen horses. Then later on, you could buy stolen TVs. But since then, it's got better. And this here was the actual coach house where they used to park the horses, the carriages. That's where Four in Hand came from, 4 reins in 1 hand. So yeah, it had a bit of a seedy history, and then it's become like the grand old pub of Paddington now. It's been refurbed, and yeah, I love it. I've been here 11 years. We buy all our animals whole, we break them down, and we use every part of it. So it's no wastage. So like you might get a pig's ear, you might get pig's tails. Like as bad as it sounds, you know, we put it in such a way that it's edible and it's nice. We're not into the modern molecular. We're into like braising, slow cooking. Today we're gonna make a slow braised lamb shoulder in the pressure cooker with just some root veg. So it's everything just in this pressure cooker, and it just infuses. And it's just one of these winter dishes. It's something I grew up on. It's like sort of an ode to my mother, so it has to be good. And it's just that sort of weather, and we just sell so much of it. So today I'm going to cook what's known as our famous braised lamb shoulder. It's a very simple dish. We're going to put in the lamb, which is going to flavour the stock. We're going to put in lots of root vegetables, herbs, white wine, and a little bit of chicken stock. And basically that's it. And then just the cooker does it all for you, and you just sit back and enjoy it. So to start, we're just gonna seal the lamb shoulder, get some nice colour on it. Just take my lamb shoulder. So as you can hear that searing now. You're getting a beautiful brown colour. That's the sugar in the meat that's caramelising, and that's what gives you a brown stock. Always got to season at the start. Then I'm gonna add some root vegetables. So root vegetables, basically carrots. So carrot's going to add sweetness to the dish. Celery, garlic, don't worry about peeling it, just get it in. Just take out the skins later on. So it's a wintry dish, and all these vegetables, they're in season and cheap. Thyme, so beautiful fresh thyme. Don't buy the dried thyme. I hate dried thyme. Just rip it up. Rosemary. You want to break your rosemary up till you can smell it. That's the oils coming out in the rosemary. So now I'm just going to add some fennel seeds. Fennel and lamb goes together beautiful. Some white wine, because you need some acidity in your sauce. And the white wine also deglazes that meat that sticks to the bottom of the pan. So that's going to give you a nice brown sauce. So we'll just let that boil now for a minute. Then to that, I'm just going to add some chicken stock. If you don't have chicken stock, you can just use water, because you're going to use a good product with the lamb. So you want to cover and a bit. That's my recipe. Cover the lamb, but about that much. So now I'm going to put it on pressure cooker. Press start. I'm going to put it on the casserole setting, which should take about an hour. There you go, the work's done for you. Our lamb shoulder's been cooking for an hour. It's released the steam. It's done all the work for me. Basically, I just got to open it. Look at this. Yeah, you see that? Get some of that stock, some of those vegetables. So a lamb shoulder is a piece of meat that does a lot of work, and it's really tough. So that's why you braise it for a long time. And this is what happens when you braise it for a long time. You watching? Just falls away from the spoon. So if your lamb shoulder does that from cooking in this pressure cooker, you know you've done it right. Soft, melting, job done.